Hey, good morning, boys and girls. Happy Friday to you. I hope you guys are having a great day today. I was looking at the weather and it looks like it might really snow today. So that's kind of exciting. I know we've had a little bit of snow this week and then it goes away and then it comes back. And it would just be fun if we could have it a little bit longer and get out there and enjoy it. So I hope it snows today. I was going to say something about you guys being in your pajamas, but then you were in your pajamas all day yesterday, so I almost hope you're not still in your pajamas, but it's okay if you are. Listen, let's talk about our homework this week. I just want to say we had a big week, and if parents, if you're listening, on Tuesday, we did a test in the library, and it's really hard because all of the students are taken in groups, and they're sitting with people from the district teachers, and being asked to show what they know about their letters and their sounds. So I just want to say across the board, I am so proud of every single one of my students, and I'm so excited. That was a big deal to get through. So we did really well. And then we had the party yesterday, so it was kind of a wonky week, but we did really well, and we've got some homework to do. So this week we talked about I can train my brain, and I thought that was a really important vibe this week, because a lot of what we do in our classes we do every day, like saying the letters and saying the sounds, and we do a lot of work with we call them our brain exercises, but it's phonics and phonemic activities. And so it seems like we're almost kind of doing the same thing every day, and it changes a little bit. But that's our way of training our brain, just like we talked about athletes, basketball players, football players, gymnasts, swimmers. They just don't get up and do their very best when they have to. They work at it. And so as kindergartners especially, we work at it like none other, I think, because we're building and growing our brains. And so we talked this week about that we can train our brain no matter how old you are. I am still training mine. So let's take a look at our homework today. Everybody's homework is white this week, and I like to do that because it's just easier if we want to go back and color it. We're moving forward with our subtraction, and so here we have some pictures already that they've given us. And so when we look at 6 minus 2, or 6 take away 2, we count our hearts. We see that we have 6 hearts. That's our very first number. That's the number that we're always going to start with when we're counting and doing subtraction. We create 6 pictures or 6 objects, and then we're going to take away or subtract or minus 2. So we're going to cross out the number that we have to subtract. In this case, we would cross out 2 stars. Now I know that many of you can do subtraction with your fingers, but I really need you to be able to show your work. So we want to cross out the number that we're subtracting, okay? And let's see what else. We're continuing with our subtraction. Now this one is a little bit different because they don't give you the pictures to cross out. So for this, boys and girls, you can use your fingers. You can draw on the back of the paper, draw 5. We have 5, take away 2. You can draw 5 objects, cross out 2, and count how many you have left. This is where we're really using our subtraction strategies in different ways, and it's good to be able to know how to do it in different ways. So you're going to cut out the hearts, and you're going to match them with the right answer, okay? Let's look at the next page. More hearts. We must be getting close to Valentine's Day. A stamp of love for our numbers. So we have to write the missing numbers in the hearts. And so you can see, boys and girls, our numbers are meant to be in number order, but some of them are missing. So if we start with 1, 2, What comes after 2? What number comes after 2? 1, 2, 3, 4. What comes after 4? So you need to be able to count in your mind, and you need to be able to picture in your mind what that number looks like and be able to write it down. Now this week we started talking about teen numbers, and we did a lot of work with teen numbers. We ate a lot of our math work with teen numbers this week. So do the best you can. It's absolutely normal to get our teen numbers mixed up because it's a new skill that we're learning. So it's okay if you don't know how to write your teen numbers. You just do the very best you can. Always just do the best you can. We don't look to be perfect, okay? We just want to be better each day. The next page is Hardy sight words. And we know we've learned almost all. We have look and do. That's like the word to that we know, and the word in. So we know most of these words here. And what you need to do is you need to color the hearts that have the same spelling as the sight word. So this is how you spell it. Some of these they're trying to trick you on. So you have to make sure you color the heart that is spelled exactly like it should be, okay? So that's so that we can start to recognize what those words look like. And then practice saying them, all right? It's important. Oh, this one might be a little bit hard because it's a word search. So you have to find and color words that are on the hearts inside of the word search. So if I'm looking for, and each time you look for a word, I want you to practice saying each sound on its own. So if I'm looking at this word right here, I'm going to say n, n, run, run. Okay, over here we would say at, hat. Try to blend those together. Sometimes it takes our brain just a minute to try to hear all those sounds together. And then when you can read them, you're going to try to find them and circle the whole word. So I just happen to see one thing that I do is I pick a word that I'm going to look for, and I only look for that word. And I know that I have to look for R-U-N. So I go all through one line at a time, and I'm looking for that first letter R, because that's going to tell me if I'm close to my word, and I just don't see a letter R there. Now I'm going to look in the next row, and I'm looking for letter R. Oh, I find R. Now I'm looking for that U-N. So there you go. There's our word run, run. So you would circle that whole word and keep looking, because they might be in there more than one time. But we really have to be having a strategy for how we do that. So the way I do it is I practice one row at a time, and then I do my columns. I go one column at a time. Okay, see what you can find. It's a great way of becoming familiar with our with our words. Okay, loving our ending sounds. This is a skill that's certainly something that we're working on, writing the ending sound for the picture. So take a look at the picture. What are we looking at here? Picture is a heart, heart. So we have to try to hear how that word ends, and what letter is it ending on? What letter do we hear when we say heart, heart? And you might have to say it a couple of times. Hopefully you can hear that t sound, heart, t, t. And it's that very last sound, boys and girls, that we want to write down, okay? D, A, G, D, A, G. We do this when we do our writing. So yesterday when we wrote about Mercy Watson, we're hearing those sounds. How does it, what do I hear? And if you happen to hear the wrong letter, it's okay. write down what you hear. Write down what you hear, because it helps me to know where we need to work together, you and I. When you're done, I want you to pick 2 of these words and you're going to write them in a sentence. Yesterday we talked a little bit about when we have a bunch of words together and we end them with a period, that's our sentence. And we always start with a capital letter. And it's okay that you don't have your space doohickey at home. You can use lots of other things, and you also have your fingers. So if you just put one finger down and make sure before you start the next word, okay? Really important to be practicing those skills. And oh, that's it. That is the last one. Usually the writing is the last one. So that's your homework for today. If you are a boy in the afternoon, you are coming in to see me and we're going to work on a few things together. But the rest of you enjoy your day, and we'll see if it snows. We'll see if it snows. Have a wonderful weekend. You guys worked really hard this week, so I'm super proud of all of you. And, oops, let me put this down. I will see you on Monday. All right? Have a good weekend, boys and girls.